Uh, Good morning, everybody. It is 10 o'clock, and I would like to welcome you all who have already joined this last session of our monthly conference, coming together, family coming together. We certainly still expect some other participants, for example, Dana. Peter's already there, so there will be a chance. Thank you, Monique, for having arranged this.
No problem.
Very well. The background noise has gone, and I would like to invite you to mute your microphone, because many times the background noise comes from open microphones, and just activate it when you want to speak. That is what we usually do, and that improves the quality very much. The bad news is this is the last family meeting before the summer break. Well, not really bad news, but sad news, I would like to say, because I always look forward to these sessions to see you and to hear you and to learn from you. But we will start right after the summer break again, and the joy will be intensive. The good news is that in Europe, the pandemic, at least, seems to end slowly, but definitely it is on a good way. Valerie doesn't agree, because, I mean, there are bounces, of course, but when so many people are already vaccinated, the chances are much better than they were before. And people have higher possibilities to get out again, and the chances of survival, if you get the virus, they are much, much better than it was before. But one thing is certain, that is all the researchers, those who really know about it, I'm not an expert, they tell us this virus will not go away. So it is like flu, it will come again and again and again, and we may need again and again new vaccinations, and new vaccines must be created in order to protect us. But still, I mean, things are in a good way. The virus is a clever thing. It adapts to new circumstances. Hi, Dana. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
I hope you have your coffee.
No, I couldn't find the link. I couldn't find the link to this session.
Yeah, this is, I mean, just notice, she sent out the link so that we won't forget, and then she doesn't find it on her side. That's good. Why not? Very good. So today's session, probably we have less people joining us. We received formal apologies from Jaap van der Spek. He has an urgent meeting with his ministry about social security in the Netherlands, and also from Denmark. Peter, it's not you, it's Paul Anker, who told us that he is not able to be with us because he has a very urgent issue to resolve with his own organization. But all the rest, I greet you very warmly. The topic of today's discussion and your contribution is what is the first thing which you are going to do when the pandemic is over. Okay, you certainly have thought about this. What will be your greatest joy or your most urgent business to do once we are, well, I wouldn't say free again, but have more freedom to move and to contact other people and go around, etc. Okay, with this, I hand over to Dana. Dana, I told our friends and colleagues already that they please mute their microphones when they are not speaking. Olga will do that in a minute. So that the sound improves. At the beginning, it was a little bit noisy. And I hand over to you, Dana, because you are the moderator of these sessions, and I will come back to you at the end. Please,
Thank
Dana.
you, Dirk. Thank you, Dirk. And I have realized that many people apologize that they couldn't be with us today. And I think that it is the sign of the life going back to the normal course, because they are already having the real meetings with professional meetings, and they simply somehow don't depend more on these virtual meetings like the only social contact that we had during the pandemic. So welcome everyone, and I have a very pleasant duty this morning, because I would like to give the floor to a special person who will celebrate exactly in 1 month her 80th birthday. And it is Valerie Woodwager from the UK, who is doing an amazing job, especially in the African countries, and who is getting such a positive feedback that it is also like a gift for her birthday, what she's getting right now back, because they are absolutely amazing, amazing. It is absolutely amazing appreciation that she is getting, and I think that Valerie deserves that. Valerie, floor is yours, and please accept my best congratulations to your forthcoming birthday.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you all. 80. Oh, Dirk went through it a few weeks ago. 80 is a bit of a facer, you know. Suddenly you realize that you're coming towards the end. I mean, I'm not giving up. I will give up on my deathbed, believe me. And keeping active mentally and physically does keep age away. And that's a proven medical fact. The more you are active and busy, you don't have time. You don't have time to die. So do keep active and busy. It is time to think. And I have decided, I don't know how I'm going to do this, maybe Dirk can help, but I have decided that I don't want Learn with Grandma to die when I leave the stage. I want to make it into an international foundation.
I don't have to set everything up.
Sorry, we're getting some feedback there. I want to make it into an international foundation. I don't know how to do this, but I know it's possible. And I believe that when you have a determination to do something, God shows you a way to do it. So it will happen. Coming back to the trees, and COVID, I'm still very worried that I won't be able to have a big 80th birthday party. I always have a big party on my 0 year. Normally here in the village, I have a lamb roast and I invite everybody in the community to come, and my family all come. They bring tents and they sleep in other people's houses, and it's beautiful. But COVID is on the rise again in the UK. It's now called the Delta. We used to call it the Indian variant, is rising. Schools are now on half term, but the previous week there were 40 new cases above. So there were 91 cases above the 50 that had been the 40 that had been the previous week. We, as Dirk said, this virus is not done. It is mutating, it is growing, and we are going to have to learn to live with it in a way which we don't like. But thank the Lord, we do have the internet. Without it, it would be very difficult. But even with the internet, when I spoke at UNESCO last time, and they asked for a criteria of the the Zoomed meeting, I said, let's do both. When we can meet again, that will be lovely. But we can meet like this at zero cost to the environment. And, you know, travel is lovely, and I don't want my traveling days to be over, but it is so easy to sit here in my cottage. Let me show you the view today, because it's absolutely stunningly beautiful. I live in the Brecon Beacons National Park. It's stunningly beautiful. It's one of the safest places in the world, my grandson says. But even here, we have had, in a tiny village, we've had 1 death and 3 cases. Anne, who died, did have other health issues, but nevertheless, without this additional burden of the virus, she might well have lived longer. So let's not ignore the virus. Let's keep safe. When the autumn comes, I will continue to wear a mask when I go into town. Out here, I don't need to, but when I go to town, I will continue to wear a mask. We haven't had any flu. Flu deaths have been right down this year, but and we've had few colds. I haven't had a cold all winter, which is very rare, and that's because we haven't been meeting and we've been wearing masks. So, having got that side out, let me tell you the exciting bit about this tree idea. I just put it in an email to one person in Malawi. Now, remember, Malawi is one of the poorest countries in the world, and they decided they wanted to have a tree planting day on my birthday, and they've already reserved the tree for Grandma, which I think is beautiful. They also decided that grandmas and children and mums would make cakes, and they're going to have a party on my birthday. I thought that was so beautiful and so touching. And then, so I posted it on Facebook, and I'm absolutely gobsmacked at the number of people in the number of countries who are saying they will plant a tree. I don't necessarily plant it on my birthday, but please, if you do decide to plant a tree, this is good for the environment, but it's also good for the soul. Trees are beautiful to look at, and they give us oxygen, which a young lady of 8 told me yesterday, which I thought was sweet, as I didn't know that. Excuse me. No, the trees clean our air. We still cut down loads more trees than we plant. So if we as individuals can do what our governments are not doing and plant a tree where we can, and if you can't plant a tree, plant something, a pot of herbs on the windowsill. Or, and this is even more exciting in a way, plant an idea that will help your community. Learn with Grandma started with just an idea. I had been very ill, nearly died in 2013. I had a triple bypass followed by a cardiac arrest. So I did sort of die, but the nurses called me back and I'm still here. As we live, we can still do things. Each of us can do something. And I know that around Europe, around the world, there are little things that we can do in our community. I love the idea of big concepts from the big organizations, but we can also do things ourselves. Little things like asking people to plant trees. Little things like sharing a YouTube clip of how to make sanitary towels. which incidentally also helps the environment because they're using recycled materials and the only cost is basically the thread to sew them together, and they're washable so they don't block up the drains and don't have to be disposed of. Disposable sanitary towels are not disposable, they have to be disposed of, and so that adds to the waste in the environment. So little things like that can create an enormous difference. And one other exciting thing about the trees is that Simon in Uganda, I posted this YouTube clip many times, and he saw it in 2015, but he didn't tell me that he'd started a workshop. He just did it in his community. And now, these few years later, they are building a new, bigger building because the training building that they have is no longer big enough. And they wanted to name it after me. But I thought local people wouldn't know my name, Valerie Woodgate, or I've never been to his community. I don't know them. So I said, please call it Jaja Val's Place. Jaja is Bugandan, one of the languages of Uganda, and it means respected older person. So it doesn't mean grandma or grandpa, but Dirk would be Jaja Dirk in Uganda. You see, you Dana would be Jaja Dana. And I think to call it Jaja Val's Place is more cozy and more welcoming. So if you can plant a tree, if you can plant a pot of herbs on your windowsill, or if you can plant an idea, send me a message to tell me what you're doing, because I'm going to create an ebook with a little help from my friends of what people are doing so that we can promote more people doing little things. It's from little acorns that oak trees grow. So happy birthday to me for a month's time, and I will see you hopefully in September, Dana?
Yes, in September, but it will be not a Zoom meeting in September. It will be hopefully a real meeting in Budapest that we are yearning for a long time.
I agree with you, Dana, but I won't be coming. I've decided not to leave Wales this year. So if you can also make it Zoom, do both. This is what I suggested to UNESCO. You don't have to do one or the other. You can do both. You can take part of that meeting, an hour in that meeting, to enable other people who can't travel to also join you for a little while.
But we will discuss it with Monique and see what the technical possibilities are. But anyway, well, happy birthday to you on July the 4th, and our best congratulations to your new title, Respected Older Person. And we somehow feel, all of us, you know, like sharing it with you because of our work that we are doing within Eurag and within our own countries. So happy birthday to you. And I don't have a glass of wine ready, but anyway, yeah, I toast to, yeah, and Dirk has also his coffee, and Aneta. So I have a bottle of water that I am toasting you. All the best.
Thank you. I just want to say one more thing. As fewer people have come, I will send you an email about this. So please distribute it to the rest of the group, and anyone, anywhere can do a little thing.
We agree with you.
I'm going to have to go because the electricity is going off very soon. So God bless to you all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, and I have also one more guest who wanted to join our session today. And he comes from the United States of America, from the state of Massachusetts. And it is Thomas Mottel, who wanted to invite you for his video conference or webinar about housing, and I feel that it is very useful for Eurag community to learn about such projects, especially if Thomas Mottl wants to cooperate with Eurag as much as possible. And he already asked for cooperation with the Eurag Memory Training Center, because he would like to bring memory training sessions to American seniors. So Monique, I wanted to ask you if it is possible to show us that invitation video that Tom sent you, because I was not sure how technically it will be manageable. Monique, are you with us?
1 minute, I'm here.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I'm going to try to share my screen because I put it on my screen. 1 minute, I'm trying. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, very good.
So that's what he sent, and then I will give you. So it's called Finding Your Way to Home, and it's on Monday. And I will send you the link afterwards, also through the chat here. And register. So it's 4 people talking, and the seminar will be moderated by him, by Thomas Mottl. And now, if I click here, I come to that page, and this is the page to subscribe. Control-C, and I'm going to try and put it on the chat so that you could eventually, where's the chat, annotate, it's here perhaps, no, it's not here, conversation. Well, I can send it afterwards to everybody. I'm going to try and put it somewhere, but for the moment I don't see where. So I'm going to send you the link later on, how to subscribe to this webinar. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And is there also, I expected a video where we will see Thomas Mottl talking to us. Did we get that?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, indeed. He sent something. Where's the video? Where was the video? Okay, I've got to. Okay, perhaps you give the floor to somebody else in the meantime, and I'm going to transfer the video, and then and also the link to the registration.
I was not absolutely positive how, technically we will manage it.
No, it's okay. I just I'm between 2 computers and I have to move it from one to the other. Okay,
right.
That's all.
So,
I'm working on it now. Okay.
Yeah, all right. So the topic is what we will do. The first thing that we will do when the pandemic is over, and especially in you could hear how what is the situation in the United Kingdom that is getting again worse. So in Europe, as far as I can see, we are lifting up the measures, and we start to travel. And especially in my own country, the numbers of infected are very, very low. And the number of people in the hospitals is, like 10 times less than it was in the worst times. And kids are back at school, and we are just starting to go to the theaters and to restaurants and to live a normal life. So I promise to go through the alphabet and to ask everyone who is with us today, because people somehow committed to register with me. So I decided just to find out, because not everyone apologized not to be with us today. So I, in reality, don't know. So Monique, what is the situation? Can we show already the video, or shall I start to ask people to tell us?
I can give. Okay, I give you. I just give you the list of the people who are there. In the meantime, it's there are 13 people here. Besides us three, we have Raziel, Aneta, Arlette, Gabor, Galina, Grazina, May, Olga, Peter, and Rita. That's just to tell
all
you.
right, all right, yeah. So
I'm going on with
and show who is not here. Yeah. All right. So how is the situation about video? Can we see it now?
I still didn't finish.
Oh, you are still working on it. All right. So I just needed to know this. So I will, because I gave myself the floor, so I might tell you in the meantime what I plan to do. And it is the first thing that I will do will be the summer camp for the experimental university for grandparents and grandchildren. Because of that uncertain situation, if we can book a pension or place where to stay, I decided to run this summer camp in my private country house. And we will be 21 people here, and the program will be as usual. So it means trips, amateur theater festival, where children and grandmothers have to write their own script and then perform for the others, lectures, and then a bravery walk for grandmothers prepared by grandchildren. And then the other way around, so grandchildren will prepare a bravery walk for grandmothers. So such camps we have done since 2005, and they are absolutely amazing, and they contribute to improvement of intergenerational relationship. I can see now Tom Mottel, who is ready to talk to you. So
exactly. Okay.
So the floor is yours.
Okay, so I'll try to send it to begin. Okay.
I don't know if you can hear. I can't. No.
The sound is not very good, and
no, the sound is not at all. It is silent. We can't hear him.
You cannot hear at all. Wait a minute.
We can only see him.
So so the only thing we can do then later on is to send the link to everybody. Wait a minute. Yeah, because I think this is a little bit more complicated to have the sound.
All right. All right.
Okay. So I'll try to send the link. No, it's not so easy. Well, I have to think about it, because he gave me the permission, and he has to give the permission to see the video. So we'll see. Okay, we'll send it later.
All right. Thank you, Monique. So it is for the very first time that we tried something like that, to include a video report or invitation into our Zoom meeting. So I somehow expected that it might not be so easy. So now I am going back to the alphabetic order of our members. And so I just wanted to ask, is Mira, I know that you didn't,
No.
Yeah, Mira is not from Albania, because she sent some report that probably she sent it to everyone, so you can read what is going on in Albania. And I must say that Mira is doing amazing job in her country, fighting for the rights of older women and supporting intergenerational relationship as well. So now the next country on our Eurag list is Armenia. Nobody is with us. So Belgium. We reach Belgium and Arlette van Assel.
Arlette is there. And what's the name of the other person? Arlette is indeed is present. Arlette van Assel is there. Yeah.
So
Yes, I'm here.
Armenia is not here, so Belgium is the next country on our list.
Okay.
Arlette.
Yeah, can I start?
Oh, good to see you.
Yeah. Hi. Hello, everybody. So the question, I'm speaking now as a president of the Senior Citizen Council in Antwerp. And the question, what's the first thing you are going to do when pandemic is over? I thought about it, and I thought what we learned during the pandemic is that current residential and care centers are not conform what elderly people want. What we want are small scale living possibilities like co-housing, and to stay in our own neighborhood as long as possible. But the government is making plans for a future in the opposite way. Several organizations have merged and are developing in large companies. They want to keep the costs manageable and plan to privatize and make a profit. And they want also build large residential communities with probably with smaller living groups. We as council want to make the public and politicians, not only seniors, aware of what is going on. These plans are not in accordance with the wishes of a large part of the population. It's not only a case for the city of Antwerp, but for our whole community, even for several countries in Europe. Corona has shown us the challenges. Our sorrow is now how to cooperate with all those new developments, because we do not want to struggle to create an opportunity for all seniors to have the choice how they will growing older and where. That's it.
Thank you, Arlette. So I just want to stress that Arlette has been involved in the care of the elderly for all her professional life. And when we met in May 1993, she was actually at that time introducing memory training for elderly at European Symposium on Memory Training in Rischlikon, Switzerland. So we wish you, Arlette, that your effort would be, successful, and that you will contribute strongly to the well-being of the Belgian seniors. Thank you so much. And I am moving through my list to because Czech Republic, that's me. Miloš is not with us. He apologized. So the next country is Denmark. Denmark, and Peter Hansen is here.
Yes.
So Peter, the floor is yours.
Thank you. And before I jump to that, I want to bring some greetings from Paul Anker, who, as Dirk mentioned, apologizes for not being here, and he wishes us a good meeting. But then he also looks forward to have some more news about our forthcoming real meeting in Budapest. So hopefully he will have his information. And then when you talk about what to do after the pandemic, I must say that probably we've had not the worst situation in Denmark. It has been bad, but I look forward personally to just live what normally is called the normal life. No restrictions. And I will not do as Valerie, that I will keep my mouth protection. I will look forward to burn it as a picture of regained freedom. And then I will look forward to travel again. I have already been traveling once. I realize that it is troublesome because the air companies have not yet got the routes they used to have. So going in Europe is almost a sightseeing trip of Europe. But then also to value that there was a life before. And of course, we have learned a lot about the values of life during the pandemic. But we will rediscover the values of a life without the pandemic. And in this country, we are lifting a lot of the restrictions and expect to have all restrictions lifted within 1 month. And it means that we can go to restaurants already by now. And the only restriction now is the number of people gathered. And then you will get to know Denmark a little more if you are watching the football games of the European Championship starting in approximately 1 week. So some of the matches are taking place in Denmark, yet with a somehow restricted number of spectators. But hopefully all that is simply, it means that life is going back to normal. So that's what I look forward to, a normal life.
Thank you, Peter. Yes, I think that you express what everyone of us thinking about, that it is most desirable thing that we wish for, go back to normal life, because the pandemic was or took a longer time than we expected in the beginning. So thank you very much. And now I am moving to Estonia. I don't expect that anyone is with us. So France, Monique, the floor is yours.
Yes, I just sent, I succeeded to put something on the chat, which is the most important thing. In fact, on the chat, I put the link to register to that meeting on Monday. So you have to look how to how to go to the chat, and I hope you will see it. It's called it's just a link. Look at it and tell me if you can register, if you can open it, because I'm still struggling with the video, but I'm pretty sure it has no sense that I send it to you, because the author must give permission to read it in any case. So the registration is more important because it's already for Monday. Did somebody succeed to have a look at it on the chat?
Yes,
You
it
know
is
how
on the chat.
you
I
saw,
can see it.
you found it?
Yes.
Yeah, on the chat. Yeah, you found
Yeah.
the link?
The
Yeah.
link is on the chat. Yes.
And
It's
does
okay.
it work also?
I haven't tried. I think I'll focus on this meeting.
Okay, you tell me. Yes. Raziel, does it work? Yeah, okay. Anyhow, what in relation with the subject of today, of course, I will have some completely classical ideas, which is, I would say, the first thing I really did, and I hadn't done for a while, was going. Allô, je vous rappelle tout à l'heure. Was going to the movies, a real movie in a real cinema. And that was a nice experience. I mean, of course, you have only third of the seats who are used, because they leave 2 seats between each family, or even if there's one person, and then 2 seats free, and etc. But there I really understood how different it is to watch a movie in a cinema instead of looking a video at home. I mean, Netflix, of course, and things like that, Prime, Amazon Prime, and so on. I saw that film called Michelange, which is not very well known, but quite interesting about the sculpture. And it's not a documentary, it's more about the character of Michelange, and some things around, but it's quite interesting, not well known. Other things I've been doing is, in fact, seeing some people from the family. And a few days ago, we succeeded to make a real birthday party for my grandchild, and with 10 people, and without mask, in fact, because nearly everybody was immunized. I mean, I had the vaccine, and other people had vaccine, and other people were already sick, so they had anticorps and so on. So this is this is the main things I did. For the moment, I did not travel yet. I'm going to travel next week to Nuremberg to put some Stolpersteine in Nuremberg, for those people who know what is Stolpersteine, which is in remembrances of people who were murdered during World War II. I mean, through the Nazi system. And what else? Something positive I understood, and more people understand how important it is to live in the present, and not in the past, and not in the future. Not in the past because it doesn't help for the present to think too much about the past, but not in the future, because now everybody understood that everything can happen. And I'm going to close the door, but that everything can happen, and you never know what future is coming to be. So the most important thing is to live in the present. And I suppose Valerie would agree with that. The most important thing is laughter, and to be optimist, to laugh all the time, and to have humor and laugh, and so laugh, L-A-U-G-H, of course, laugh also L-O-V-E. What else? On a professional point of view, we at eSeniors, we began to organize again workshops in real places with not on Zoom, because all the time, all the Zoom time, all the period of the pandemic, we went on to offer online workshops to learn about computers. And now for September we are, or even for the summer, even for July and August, we are organizing workshops with, of course, only 4 people and 1 teacher, not too many people and so on. But people come, I mean, seniors, most probably because they have been vaccinated, so they don't fear, but they want to come. And last but not least, I was very interested by what Arlette was saying, and I will try to get in touch with her sometime, because I'm very much involved also in the building issue. I mean, what to build for seniors, and there is a movement now called the New Bauhaus, and they even have a call for projects about sustainability, but all kind of things. And it's not only about building, but it's called a new Bauhaus, and it's a very important call because it has been launched by Arlette, by this woman van der Leyen, at the European level, and she's very proud of it, and she's trying to push it very hard. And so this is a place, this is one place to talk about the issue of reviewing the way of living for elderly people. Okay, so I'll try to get in touch with you at some point. If you can give me your phone number, perhaps we'll see. Okay. Yeah, that's all. In fact,
no, thank you.
I talk too much. Yeah.
It is exactly what Tom Mottle wanted to invite us to that topic of senior housing, and he got for his webinar really, big experts from the United States. So I think that it would be very, very useful for us to listen to his webinar and to get maybe some new ideas. I just wanted to mention that when Monique founded this organization, eSeniors, 16 years ago, she had probably no idea how much she will positively affect life of senior citizens in Paris. And she is giving them, enormous tool in their hands, teaching them the digital skills and doing much more for them. So it is absolutely amazing what your organization has done during those 16 years. So now I am moving on to G, Germany. Dirk, the floor is yours.
Yes,
Thank you, Dana.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, okay.
Okay, can I continue?
Yeah.
Well, what is the first thing which you're going to do? I would say, what are the first acts or so which I would like to pursue? And there are 5 of them. The first one is, I'm very keen to see my students at the universities where I lecture in front of me. So far, all lectures went by Zoom and by Teams and by all these wonderful new technologies which we have and which I enjoy very much, because it allows that we keep in contact, that we work together, and the work is very, very constructive and beneficial, I must say. But there is something which human beings need, and that is closeness to others. Not just over many, many miles or kilometers, but to breathe the same air in a way, in the same room, and give pats on the shoulders and so on. So I look very much forward to seeing my students, some of them for the first time, except on the screen. The second thing is in the same direction. I look forward to the great pleasure to meet my friends and to have a glass of wine with them and to celebrate their birthdays and their granddaughters and grandsons, etc. So these direct coming together, like almost like a big family, that is very very much my future pleasure. And in the same category falls another family, and that is you, my Eurag family. I must say I missed the direct contact with you over the last many months, and I hope that very much that we can meet right after the summer break in September in Budapest, and that we will almost dance together, intellectually dance and physically dance together, and yeah, that will be good for our souls and for our minds and for everything. Then there are two more things which I would very much like to do, and I hope that I can do it a little bit earlier than not only when everything is over, and that is go to my home in Austria, in the Salzkammergut in Bad Ischl, where I very much like to be. And it's always an enormous change from the mountains in the Taunus to the mountains in Austria. And I like that very much. And last but not least comes a little project with which I develop right now together with colleagues. You know that I'm not only a lawyer, but also a sociologist, and sociology is for me the central thing. Legal affairs are only part of it. And we have formed a little group of colleagues to debate what are the new responsibilities in society. Once we have experienced this pandemic, it is like Albert Camus described the pest in Oran. There are consequences. There are consequences not only for politicians, but for society at large and also for science. Not only medical ones, but what do we learn from this being confined to homes, to being cut with specific kinds of interrelations between persons, but also with the institutions, with culture, with all sorts of things which determine our life. What can we, as sociologists, recommend to change in our European society, at least? We cannot judge on other ones, on Asian or African ones. But what are the lessons which we draw in a larger scale? And I look very much forward to that experience, to exchange on these new responsibilities and how we can address the problems which are persisting after the pandemic, or which give new visions and new possibilities for all of us. That's all. 5 points. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dirk. And just talking about Austria, going back to your second home in Austria, I would like to bring to the attention of everyone who is with us today that we have already started to work on our big 60th celebration of Eurag in Graz, and we got the right person who will help us to implement it. So hopefully, if everything works out well, in mid-September next year, 2022, we will be in Graz, Austria all of us, or at least those who come. So, and now I am moving to G. No, G was, no, to H. H is Hungary. Hungary, and I hope that Gabor is with us, because everyone is waiting for the last report, how it looks with our real Eurag event in Budapest in September this year.
He's there. Gabor is here.
Yes, Gabor, yes. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. Lovely to see you. And yes, I try to respond to this request, and it was wonderful to hear that many of you expressed your hope that we would meet again personally in Budapest after a long time. We could not organize this. Okay, I begin with this then, because there is such an expectation. This is a very good sign of somehow getting closer to the end. I don't think the epidemic, as Valerie and Dirk said very well, it will never ending, never. It will be with us forever. But it's very important that some part of restrictions are over. As you reported from your countries, we can also walk on the streets without masks, but we have to wear the mask if we go to a closed space, a shopping center, let's say, or if we travel on buses and metros. You can go slowly to theaters, but only you can sit on every second seat, because the number is still restricted. So in a way it's over, and in a way it's not over. So we have to develop new behavior, new measures to defend other people and to defend our people. And also, what is very, very important, European Union and every country have developed a kind of paper or proof that you got the vaccination or you went through the illness, so you are not dangerous for other people, and this is the condition to travel, to go through borders. So I mean, life has changed, and it will be with us forever, and we have to live with that. But still, after this year of epidemic, this new life still gives us enormous freedom comparing with the one we had to be with in the last couple of months. And as this point, to get to the end of this kind of restrictions gave us the freedom to go again to our partners in Budapest to ask, what do you think about an international conference in Budapest in September? And luckily, the answer was very positive. So we had a very intense correspondence with Dana about especially with the mayor's office of Budapest, because they are the central body of the conference. And yesterday, at least yesterday, in the last minute, we got the positive answer that they are very happy to wait for you, to expect the conference, of course, hoping that the fourth wave of epidemic will not come back. We don't know, but we just hope. Because vaccination in Hungary is very high, almost 65%. And the numbers are very, very good. Luckily, the death rate is very low. Of course, we are very sorry for everybody. When I say 5 people per day, it is 5 times higher than it should be. But still, when we had almost 300 persons who died per day, comparing statistically, it's much better. So today it looks very positive, and we really hope that there will be no other problems, and in September we will able to organize the conference. So the dates are as it is done with Dana, Monique, and Dirk. You are welcome to arrive the latest on the 16th of September. It's a Thursday. Friday will be the conference of Eurag, and we will be hosted by Budapest office in the very fancy, beautiful, big hall of the Budapest Council. And then Saturday, we will have the annual meeting in another very nice surrounding, in a probably in the third or in the first how do you say that?
District.
Yeah, council. Thank you, district council. Thank you, Dana. Yeah, I had another thought in my mind. So we will be host, and then we will see the surrounding, and of course, meanwhile there will be free time, meetings, and maybe dancing, as Dirk suggested. Hopefully, there will be something good. And Sunday is the day of going around. We are still working on it. And it depends on you. You are welcome to stay. I mean, it depends on your hotel. And Monday is the day of leaving. Of course, if somebody wants to stay in Hungary for a longer stay, naturally, we can help to organize a hotel and spa and others. But officially, that will be the last day of the conference. So hopefully I can see the smile of the faces. We really hope that now it will happen, because we went through already 2 times through this point, when we really hope that the conference will happen. Now, okay, this is the most important and action, and maybe give some other ideas what we will do when this day is over. Actually, it's over. It was over a week ago, this type of restriction a week ago. And so I can talk about pastime, what I would do on the first day. I did. In the last 3 years, for example, we had a meeting with my friends once a week, every week, with my classmates from my gymnasium. And we, sorry, what is this? My telephone, I forgot to stop. So anyway, we started to meet again, and it was wonderful to meet with them. And the other private idea to meet, to organize, is I would like to take my 6 weeks old grandchild to the Lake Balaton, which was also forbidden until now. And now I am planning to go out for the first summer private camp to take him to the lake, and we go to the water first time with my little grandchild. And I think this will be a wonderful thing. And my last idea with the organization, what we are preparing, it will be not in the past, but in the future. We would like to organize something to commemorate those members of the organization, clubs and elderly people who we lost in the last epidemic. We are gathering, we will commemorate, probably we will put light on candles, and we will be standing there and we'll publish their names in the journal. What I think it's important to commemorate the terrible loss we had to go through in the last year. Valerie is not here anymore, but anyway, from the distance, happy birthday to her, and I hope you are well, and be careful during the summer, and hope to see you in September. Or we can think about that, what also Valerie suggested, and Monique and Dana or Dirk, you will decide about that. Maybe we will be able to have a gadget, just like now, a Zoom technique, that people can see our meetings. Thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you, Gabor, for the best news that you could give us, that you got the approval from the city of Budapest of our event, because of course, we needed the official support, not only because of getting the beautiful hall for our conference, but also from your side, from the Hungarian side, that local politicians would take part in this event, and that you can somehow, request the hot topics, to promote hot topics that the Hungarian seniors need to promote. So it is a very good news. Gabor only forgot to tell you that when the Eurag event is over, we will immediately start the course for memory trainers in Budapest, and we hope to train not only social workers, but also, people who are already somehow working with the elderly, like teachers, librarians, or who would like to work in the future to use their new skills for the benefit of Hungarian senior citizens. So thank you very much. And Gabor, you forgot to say one more thing, that we should start to rehearse Czardas from now on in order to be able to dance in Budapest. But so we will try. We will definitely try.
Dana, may I ask something? Just one more. Sorry, I did not forget to mention the memory training. I was just not aware of the openness of the invitation to everybody. That's why. So it's not only a Hungarian. Okay.
No, it is not an invitation. It is only information. We will not invite anyone. We will just inform them that it will be going on.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. And I am moving on in the alphabetic order to I. And I guess that Iceland is not with us, but Italy. Dario Bracco, he is traveling, but he said that he will do his best to be with us today. So he's not. He didn't make it.
But you have Raziel, who is there.
I know.
Okay.
I just didn't want to, to skip Dario if he made it, because he insisted that he would be with us. So, all right. So we are coming to Israel. And I am so pleased that Razi is with us. So Razi, the floor is yours.
Normally he has a microphone on. He does not have a video on. And I don't know if he listens to us. I'm going to try and call him. Then also we have Jaap, who just arrived.
Yeah.
By the way,
we have not yet reached Netherlands, but we have one more I here. If Razi is not with us, so we will wait for him, and I will call Ireland.
Okay, I'm going to try and call Razi to understand.
Yeah, in the meantime, and I am giving the floor to May. May, the floor is yours.
Sorry, folks, I'm on my mobile phone, so I hope you can all hear me.
Yeah.
Lovely to see you all, and it's a beautiful day here. And the first thing I'm going to do is, when this lockdown is over, well, it is over for us at the moment, I'm going to see my brother and sister-in-law on Monday. So my apologies, I think, for your meeting. I haven't seen him for nearly 2 years, so we're going to visit him in his house. But our hotels and campsites and B&Bs, bed and breakfast, they all opened this week. So a friend of mine has gone to stay in a hotel. She was so excited. So she's gone for the weekend. So the only trouble we have here is we've got problems with crowds at the weekend, mostly young people who are out drinking and, you know, dancing to music, which I suppose they feel they need a release. They're out on the streets, and it has caused an awful lot of trouble. And I got into an awful lot of trouble this week. I have a radio program, and the guy who I speak with on it asked me what I thought of the young people. And I said, I'm so angry with them because I think the rubbish and everything that they leave on the streets, the bottles, the cans, everything, it's just appalling. And I said I'd put them all in a van and I'd leave them there overnight, and then I'd bring them back the next morning and make them clean the streets. And he thought I was dreadful. But I said, I'm sorry, the older people in this country have been obeying all the rules and the younger people have not. I said, we're running out of time with our lives and they have the rest of their lives to live. So they should be more respectful of us. But anyway, that was my rant for the week. But my radio program, I can't believe this. I give advice to older people, and if there's anything, you know, relevant, I talk about that. And it's been put up for an award, a radio award for next September. So I don't know if I'll get it. After last Tuesday, when I gave out so much about young people, I mightn't get it now. But anyhow, I'm back playing golf, and I played golf yesterday with my friends, and I must say we had a great old chat, and that's very important. And we're going on holidays to Kerry. I don't know whether anybody here has ever been to Kerry. It's always raining there, but anyway, I'm going to bring my Wellington boots and an umbrella. And we'll be celebrating our 61st wedding anniversary while we're there. We're going with my daughter. And then my son hopefully will be coming back from America in September, when my husband will be 81 and I won't be too far behind him. I'm nearly 81 too. So we hope to see him. We haven't seen him for 2.5 years. So these are all the things that we're really looking forward to. And of course, you know, I don't know whether I said this before, we have a dog that has got us right through this pandemic. The people in the town say, oh, we saw the dog taking May for a walk. Because he was a little tiny fellow, and now he's nearly the size of a donkey, but he's very lovable. And I've got this man coming in to walk him from today, and he's from Lithuania, and he works with my daughter, and he wants to walk the dog. So I'm very glad that he's going to be walking the dog, because the dog has become very strong and he's very playful. And both of us at 80 years of age are not able to be playing with a dog. But anyhow, these are all the things. But I would just, and indoor dining will be starting here in Ireland on the 7th of June, which I think is Monday. So it'll be very nice if we could just go into a restaurant or maybe go and have a cup of coffee with our friends. I think, as Dirk said, it's just to see people and, you know, communicate with people and sit maybe around a table and, you know, say, oh, how are you, or whatever. So we're all really looking forward to all this. And Dana, I can't thank you enough anyway for the memory training. I have told everybody about it here, and we have great fun. And one thing that I am going out, because I chair the Older People's Council here in Wicklow, and the groups are going to start meeting again, possibly in the autumn. So I'm going out to do computer training with them, because they've all realized they need to know how to use IT, which they haven't done, and it's going to be the future. So that's what we have to do. So I would love to go to Budapest. I've been there before, and it's the most beautiful city. I went actually to have my teeth done there. So I might go and have a checkup with the dentist while if I can get to Budapest, which would be lovely. It's the most beautiful city. So anyway, thanks to everybody, and it's been lovely to meet you all, and maybe to meet you in person in September. Thank you very much.
So thank you, May. So it was very nice to listen to you, and don't feel badly about giving lesson to the youngsters how to behave. I think that if they don't know it, probably they need to be taught, just to tell them that it is not right, and this is what they should take for granted, that there are also some obligations that we are getting with not only entertainment but something after, so I think that it was absolutely correct, and I don't think that they will take away your award, radio award, because of telling them how to behave. And I just realized that you got married with your husband when you were both 20.
19. Yeah, 19.
19. Yeah. So
and he's still here, and he's still with me. And they call him, by the way, Saint Francis. His name is Frank.
Yeah, I know that his name is Frank.
Because he lives with me.
So I suggest that you could have like the second honeymoon to Budapest this September.
Oh, yeah.
You would check with your dentist there, and we will dance chardas with Frank, and and we will have more dancers for you. So
that would be lovely. Lovely.
It would be great. It would be great to get you over, and we can discuss how to implement memory training for the elderly in Ireland, because I think that they have a great potential, the elderly themselves, and that many of them can become memory trainers for their peers. And it is something that you could be that mediator for that in the future. And anyway, with Peter, we visited Ireland and we liked it very much. And we have still a picture of standing in front of some bar, and there was on that stand was written, "The soup of the day, whiskey."
I wouldn't be one bit surprised. And so I hate to tell you, Dana, I'm the only Irish person I think that I know that doesn't drink. I don't drink. I'm everybody's designated driver.
Yeah, but it was so witty that we saw that it was a witty country. So thank you so much for everything, and we are very, very glad to have you as Eurag member, because we are enriching each other with the new countries that we are getting, and we appreciate it very much. So now I am moving to JKL. Do we have anyone from Latvia? The Riga active seniors? No, they are not with us today. They usually, Alice is usually with us, but maybe they have some real meeting. And Lithuania, Rita, are you with us?
Yes, Rita is there.
Yeah, good.
I just wanted to say that I tried to call Razi, but he does not answer the phone. Okay.
Yeah, so we will wait. I will give him another chance at the end, if he comes back. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know.
So Rita.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to see you all. My plans are zero, so to speak, because I'm caring for my...
Rita, could you move your screen a little bit? We can see only the top of your head. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good, perfect.
I'm caring of my mother, so I have no plans in this summer, just to care for her. And when I would have time, I would travel, go with my friends, meet them, read books, and so not interesting. I have questions to Arlette. She told about new Bauhaus project. Is it possible to know something about that? Because I've heard, I do hear first time about that. Can Arlette do that? Probably send to me this project. Why I'm asking? Because Kaunas in 2022 is the capital of Europe. 22, and it's a lot of Bauhaus, not directly Bauhaus, but at this epoch, at this time in 30s, a lot of buildings. So it would be very interesting about this project, new Bauhaus. Thank you.
So thank you, Rita. And I think that you should get in touch with Monique also, because Monique was talking about that, and she can probably send you more information.
Mm-hmm.
And I highly recommend that you would register for that webinar on June the 7th about housing for seniors, which will be given by Tom Mottle, because you could get some new useful ideas connected with this topic.
Okay.
So,
Rita, please be in touch with me and also with Arlette. We could try to do something. I just want to mention that my grandfather was an architect, and he was building Bauhaus style houses. So that's one reason why I'm pretty much involved in that. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Dana, I think it's great when we can have a cooperation between several other countries and have some of a project in the Eurag community. So I think it's very interesting to develop that, and then we can give the
Definitely. And try also to register for Thomas Mottle's webinar, just to get some, to see what the Americans are doing with this topic. And so maybe we can learn something that would be useful for us.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we will see. We can always learn something new and useful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you. And now I am going back to, so Razi is not yet with us.
No, he does not answer the phone, so it's
I see.
pretty
So
hard
I don't know what
to do
happened.
anything with him.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So I am moving. So it was. We are now KLMN. So Moldova. Now Moldova. Moldova is probably not here. Moldova, but Macedonia is with us, if I am not mistaken. Macedonia. Olga.
Yes. Olga is there, yeah.
Yeah, Olga, the floor is yours.
I'm here and now, but not there, but here in Doiran Lake, near to the border of Greece. And I'm flying on the sky. You see beside?
Yeah.
Real sky. And I have a dream. 1963 was a dream of Martin Luther King. With my students, I have done, I don't know how many workshops concerning, I have a vision, and we have a different kind of how to change our society. Maybe the near school year, I will continue with this kind of workshops to see what kind of vision students have now concerning how to go much more better if some kind of corona come again, for example. In this kind of workshops, is a kind also as a research doing. We have trying to see how to build in reality as our efforts. products in the end. What is our vision in these workshops? What is my hope for the nice future? Built with our efforts, maybe we can do this much more better. For example, ageism to be transformed in interdependence. I repeat this many times. To have to be together, all generations. Other thing that concern us here in Macedonia very much is, as Macedonian, I have a wish to sit down together with you, brothers and sisters, from European Union, together on the same table, not to be as we are now outside of Europe, but we are in Europe, but not in European community. Doesn't matter. Will be nice to be. For me, it's much more important to open the border here, 3 kilometers from my house of the Greece, and to go on the sea and to swim. But because this is very near, here and now in Doiran, to tell you is very strange for me, because Corona is not here many months before, and people feel very free to visit each other, to be together, and it's look for me as all miracles are only for 3 days. This Corona only for 3 days and go on. It's very strange that I have this feel now, that this was many, many years ago, this Corona was. Why? Because my family is with us here. We are visiting each other, friends, neighbors, drinking coffee or just talking. Relatives come to be our guest. And for me, I wish really to be with all you in real life meeting in Budapest. I like very much Budapest, very nice city, and I hope to see you in near future there. And for our friend Valerie, I promise that I will plant tree in our garden here. We have plenty of tree, but it would be nice to ask Valerie what kind of tree to plant for honor of Valerie. I will ask her what kind of tree.
She said any. She said any already.
This is easy. But some with fruits, to have fruits also, not only to be nice and with products to eat. All the best for all of you, and to see you one day in Macedonia, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Olga. So we hope that you will make it to Budapest, because we would like also to meet you in person. And I would like to go back what you said, that intergenerational dependency. It is what the society is about, because we are all the generations living at the same time. And if we don't cooperate with each other, and if we don't help and support each other, then it would make our life very difficult. So it is how it is, and I'm so pleased that you return to your normal life with all the friends, and that you are enjoying it. It is the same with all of us, because we can't get enough of the personal contact that was denied to us for such a long time. Thank you, Olga. And we are moving to Netherlands. Yep, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Dana. Sorry for my late participation, but we had an unexpected meeting about our pension system with our minister. They make plans, but there's going wrong a lot for the situation of the pension people, retired people in the future. So it was necessary to be on the Zoom meeting with our minister. And sorry for it, my late participation. The situation in the Netherlands is a little bit the same as Mai and Olga told about in their countries. More than 50% of the adults in the Netherlands are vaccinated on this moment. And also Margaret, my wife, and I are vaccinated. And that gives in the society a little bit freedom. And for us too, and not only freedom, but most important is the feeling of freedom. And we hope, and for you all and for the people in our country, that we can reach a moment that all the generations can feel themselves free and going back to a normal life. We have the hope and a little bit the expectation that over 1 until 3 months we are in such a lovely situation. After 2 years, we can know now what it is to be a little bit free in the social relations with other people. So that's a positive news, I think. Yeah, and for other subjects, I listened to you and gave you the greetings from the Netherlands to you all. I have one question. I was a little bit late, I know. Do you have the data for Budapest in September?
Yeah. Will get it. You will, yeah. You will get everything in written version.
Yeah.
Just confirm that the city of Budapest is welcoming us and supporting us. So, which was what we were waiting desperately for, because without it, it wouldn't be exactly the same. And the arrival day is September the 16th. Conference day is the 17th, General Council meeting 18th, sightseeing 19th, and departure on Monday the 20th, or departure in the evening on Sunday 19th.
Okay, thanks a lot.
So, and everyone, as I can see, is really looking forward to that personal meeting again after a long time. So now we are MNOP. So Poland, Grazina, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Dana. Thank you, and hello everybody. This is always very nice to see and to hear all of you. To the pandemic situation in Poland, it is very similar as in other countries. It is every day better and better, and we have more and more freedom, and more areas are opening. So we hope that in summer we will have a kind of freedom and opportunity to travel and to have really enjoyable summer holidays with all the restrictions we all have in Europe. But it looks very good at the moment. And that's why we are also planning, when I would like to talk a little bit about also my personal and professional plans. So after over 1 year break, we are planning to meet together with the seniors. We have been organizing meetings every week for the latest 10 years. So we have one group, about 30 persons. We were always in touch, also during the pandemic, but only a few of them, about 10 persons, could be able to meet on Zoom during the pandemic. So maybe next week we will be able, I hope, we are planning to meet face-to-face at last, and that what I am very happy to expect is to hear every single story from each person about the experiences, about the fears, about the difficulties. So there are people who are over 70, over 80, really persons who had probably a lot of different special and personal experiences, and I hope to hear all of them, and also to plan our next activities, and that what we can do in the nearest future based on these stories and all these experiences I will hear from them, because we would like to plan our let's say new way of activities, which will be also connected with all these experiences and these stories, to plan them together. And I think that it will be also connected with digital competencies, because it will be necessary to talk about this topic, but mostly about personal stories and difficulties, and how we can work together in the nearest future. So that will be, I think, next 2 meetings which we will be able to organize before summer holidays, and we will learn a lot from the experiences of this group. And that what we were talking about during our Zoom meetings together with this small group of seniors, was over and over again about this intergenerational relations. And we have discussed lately the reports which are all over in Europe and also in the world about the mental health and condition of young persons, of children and youth. And it is really a dangerous situation when we are talking about this issue. And we were considering what we can do together with our seniors groups in order to support also young people, children, in this very difficult, not only pandemic situation, but also for the future, just to support them, because it is a kind of situation which is observed, but a lot of professionals, that this mental health, self-esteem, and generally the well-being of children and youth is more and more dangerous for the future, for the development, for the relations, building relations, and so on. So we for sure will be working on strengthening our intergenerational projects and activities. We had to suspend, we had to break during the pandemic, but we have some experiences and very good projects we have done together with schools. And also Olga has mentioned about the students and seminars with students, workshops. I recalled a kind of very interesting project we have made together with school children. It was called Future Workshops, and it is from actually from the Germany, which was called Zukunftswerkstatt, and that was about intergenerational talking and bringing imagination free to think together about creating the future. That was very inspiring, as I remember, just working together with children, seniors and children, and creating, designing the future with a very free imagination. So talking about how we would like the future will be, and that was very, very inspirational. And I think that we should go back to this future workshops, intergenerational future workshops, and doing this as a kind of building relations, of getting to know each other and supporting each other. So that is what I am planning for the next weeks, and then also a little bit rest during the summer holidays, as I hope and as I wish, and that we all will also come back to more comfortable spending time together with friends and families. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Grażyna. You are doing such a good job in Poland, in a city that I don't know how to pronounce because it is written Lodz. The pronunciation is completely different. What is the pronunciation of your city?
It's Łódź.
Yeah, Łódź. Yeah, it doesn't sound like, like spelling. Yeah, thank you very much. And I am moving in my list to R, Russia, because Vladimir Klonitsky and Pavel Vasilyev confirmed that they would be with us. Monique, are they with us?
No, I don't see anybody. I see Galina, yeah, of course, but not Russia. So Galina is the next one, I would say. Oh,
yeah. So yeah, they confirmed that they would be with us today to say just goodbye before the summer holidays. So, but even if they are not here, I would like to express something that I got from that mutual correspondence with Russia, that they are appreciating that Eurag community atmosphere, which is something beyond the international political situation, which is based on this cooperation together and the mutual support. And I think that it is important for all of us, no matter what exactly the politicians, are just talking, as I said, it is important always to understand the feelings of the local senior citizens and what we can do for them all together. So this is what I wanted to share with you. And now I am coming to Ukraine. Galina.
Thank you. I'm so happy to see all of you, and I'm also very happy to have a chance to greet Belle and to wish her all the best on her birthday. I'm so proud and so glad that she is one of our team and I'm one of the team. Our plans for summer, unfortunately, because of quite understandable situation, we had no chance to work in full strength, and our self and mutual help groups could not work as effectively as we need them to work. I mean the self-help groups for families who are supporting their demented parents or other relatives. Now it is warm, and although vaccination is not very active in Ukraine, but we can have these meetings out of doors. So we can invite notaries, we can invite lawyers, social workers, psychologists, and whoever, and they can meet the self-help groups and have training courses and other seminars or other activities with them. So I hope that now we shall work more often, more effectively, and it will be what people expect and what people need. And I also hope very much that the situation with COVID will be better in Ukraine, and at last we shall do what we planned since last year. The meetings between representatives of the Ministry of Home Affairs, of Police, National Police, social policy, and health protection to discuss and maybe work out some rules or some procedures supporting demented people and families with dementia. Because according to our current legislation, it's very difficult to make the diagnosis, and it's very difficult to provide any medical support to people with dementia if they don't want to. So we have a lot of work to do. I must confess that in winter was not much work, and we were not working much, and we're not very tired. Perhaps we were tired of loneliness. But I hope that this summer we shall have more work to do, and it's nice to have more work to do. And I wish you all a very happy summer and very good health. All the best to you. Thank you.
So thank you, Galina, and we only hope that we will be able to see you in person again in Budapest, that you can hopefully make it. Because for us, it is also the first meeting after 15 years, if I am not mistaken, because the very last Eurag meeting in Budapest happened in 2006. At that time, Eurag was in crisis, and it affected that meeting. So I expect that this forthcoming meeting will be in a very will take place in a very friendly atmosphere, because I must say that the Eurag community is somehow getting more and more unique in that respect, that we have that personal relationship with each other and all together, and we are supporting each other just with, new ideas, with sympathy if something is going on that is difficult for you. So this Eurag community is getting very special, and I am so pleased with that, about that. And I hope that we will enjoy a very special meeting in Budapest. So I'm asking now Monique if Razi is back with us, that we can give him the floor.
I don't know, Razi? No. Razi? No, he doesn't seem to be there. He's on the list, but he does not answer.
And he definitely was in the beginning. I could see his name.
His name is appearing, but he went out. I don't know. He must be in another room.
So the computer is turned on, but Razi is not there. I see.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and I wanted to ask you, Monique, if you somehow mastered to open that video that we would be able to listen to.
No, it's much more complicated. I don't know. I have to ask a technician, but okay.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, I understand.
But I don't think I saw the video, and he's only inviting you, so you saw his face. So there's nothing more in the video. I mean, he was inviting us. Okay.
So
Fine.
I hope that most of us will make it and that we can register for that seminar. And I believe that it will enrich, our scope of knowledge about that topic. And now I would like to return the floor to Dirk. Dirk, the floor is yours for the final word.
Did we really hear everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, my warm thanks to all of you who joined today, this 11th session which we had. I found the contributions extremely interesting again. We have a lot of, in our attitudes and in our thinking about the future, we have a lot in common, but we have also very interesting differences and quite fascinating projects which we will all pursue once the pandemic is over. I can only say, don't take it totally over. Be careful even when the politicians tell us, oh, nothing left, it's all over. This is not really true. It will be an ongoing danger, and we will need to develop new attitudes towards daily life, towards our communication with other people, and even taking care of our own safety and health. I look very much forward to Budapest. Gabor, my friend, thank you very much for all the efforts. You have done a great work together with Eva, and that you convinced the authorities of Budapest to be our hosts, not only you as persons, but the city of Budapest as an institutional host. That is really great. We are absolutely thankful to you. And I see that you have survived the preparatory phase. And then I hope you will enjoy also the rest of the preparation, and then we will dance together.
My pleasure, dear.
That is my deep wish. Even with you, I will dance, Gabor. not only with Dana, which I do from time to time.
Kardash is under preparation.
Turns in our heads. Yeah, Gabor, please.
No, I just said that Kardash is under preparation.
Okay.
I am practicing teaching.
Yeah, Dana brings a course for memory training, and Gabor and Eva give a course on Kardash. Very good.
Kardash training, yes. Okay, well done. I will do my
best. Thank you very much. And give our best regards and our love to Eva.
Thank you so much.
Dana, I would like to thank you for your ongoing moderation, very careful moderation of these sessions, and all your interesting personal comments on what people say and what the situations in the various countries are. And then Monique, I do not see your life, I only see your picture, but many thanks to you also. Aha, here she is, very good. For that you have arranged these 11 sessions so far, and we will see how it goes later. But I think we should maintain anyway, despite our, Yeah. Despite our physical meetings, we should go on using this tool. Not everybody must be there, but sometimes people have to share specific issues and would like to exchange on this and that and the other. And we may in the future arrange for smaller meetings with a precise topic, like, for example, the Bauhaus project or other things. And that will be very useful because it strengthens communication, closeness, and friendship. Thank you very much indeed. And I wish you a very pleasant, safe, healthy, sunny, enjoyable summer of this year. Enjoy it. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dirk. And
Bye-bye.
I would like to add, be healthy, please. Keep going. And I would like to bring to your attention that in April 2022, we are planning a Eurag event in Kiev, Ukraine, and hope it will happen. And then September 2022 in Graz. And despite the fact that Roland Gunder has not been with us for a while, he promised to organize a Eurag event in September 2023 in Switzerland. So it is great. And in 2023 in March, we will be in Prague. So you see that we have plans for the future. And thank you, Dirk, for your leadership. And thanks again to Monique, who came with this idea of Zoom meetings in April. And we were somehow doubtful with Dirk, and we said, all right, so we will try it first just to meet 3 of us. We will see how it works. Then we will try to offer it to people and see if they technically can make it. And then, it developed in such a long series of Eurag Zoom sessions, which is great. Thank you, Monique, for everything. Thank you, all of you, for your participation, and have a great summer.
Good luck.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
The same to
Bye-bye.
you. Thanks a lot. See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.